You know what? I think I came up with the first plague. Okay? Although it's not a difficult plague, but the first plague for the evil people is they can't have any more babies. And their lives end at 35 years old. Why 35? Well, it's not 35, it's actually 53, 2 years just before Freedom 55. They can't be here for that freedom. You see, the reason it's Freedom 55, okay, is the game is 50, and God is 4, and you are 1. 50 for 1. 5 for 1 equals 10. So I guess that's what I would do. No babies. And the reason I picked 35 to 53 is because 3.5 is between, you see, when you move the gates, the 7th gate, 9 goes up to 4, right? And 4 goes up to 3, and 1 goes down to 6. Does that make any sense to you? This is a totally insane video that I'm making right now. But I ain't stopping because it's part of what I do. I do what I do. So then again, we're going to get back to 35. You see, 50, right, is the game. Why is 50 the game? Because 40 in Monopoly, and you got to come from the 7th gate, right, the center. You got to go to the center of the board. It's a whole 5 moves to the center of the board. And you got to come 5 back when you go back home to the spirit world. So that's 5 and 5 is 10. So the game is 50, and then you're in the beta world is 2, so you're 52 with the 1 spirit joker. So now you're 53. Why are there 2 cards missing? Because 2 of the aces are replaced with the joker. It's worth 2. So you have one or the other. You see, when you start the game, you're both jokers. Because in order to do this world, you need 2 jokers. And your opposition that's with you, and obviously you can play the game of fish, because you each got the same deck of cards. So you know what the other guy has before anything starts in this world. Fish. Then there's a game called Hop Scotch. H and S. 19 and 8. 27. 2 worlds of the 7th gate. Which is actually equal to the 8th world. Because they drop you from the 7th gate into the 8th world, but into the 5 hole from a 9 birth. Well, and then you take your spirit and you move a little bit over. But don't forget there's short sticks. East-west sticks are shorter. No, excuse me. The center sticks are shorter than the outside sticks. And the reason for that, if you take a mug and dove it and look how it's chopped up, it's for that reason. Because that's what it's all about. This whole thing is a triangular world all about the Jew. Not a Jewish person. J-U. 10 and 21 equals 31, which is God of creation. That's what it means. It always comes back to the Jupiter. Jupiter is 63 moons. We take the 61 moons on Saturn, we connect with Mars, and now we can connect over to Jupiter because we've matched moons. But if Jupiter has 63 moons, 3 Earth, 6 Saturn, again for the same thing, Jupiter, Earth, Saturn. Who has 9 moons? No one has 9 moons, but in totality, Jupiter has 6 and 3 moons, which is creation of man, 9, his birth, and it's planet 5. You got E-I-E-I-O. It seems like the whole farm is parked up in Jupiter. And all these satellite moons are used to transfer. I'm not sure how the energies work on all these moons. I mean, you have 13 moons on Neptune. That's number 8. And obviously, 13 is 1, God, 3, creation. He created the heavens. You got 61 moons, which is the 1 spirit of the 6 islands. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You flip them over on each other. They now just make 1, 2, 3. And a line next to it. Because the current has been connected. 1, 2, 3, or a 3 with a line next to it creates the B. And now you're into this world electronically. So how's God coming in? Does he have to come electronically, or does he have to put on skin to get in? He already gets into us through our mind. So how else can we get in? Anyways, we're going to drop it at this. Here is, these two get flipped over each other and create the heaven. This opening is at the 6th spot. If it was on the other side, it'd be over here. But this is the center, and it is closed. This side is open. If I flip this over, this end will be on this side and this will be open. This is your E. One world round, one world round. Flip them over each other, okay, and you'll see one of the letters in Greek show up, which is, I think, PHI. At the same time, if you really look at these letters, if I put them this way, okay, and I extend this line, which I really should, I'm supposed to bend it and extend it. This would end up to be a P, and this one would be a P. Otherwise, they'd be both Ds. 4 and 4 is 8. Flip them over each other. You'll have 2 and 4 is 8. Because when you flip them, you still have these two outside here. And then when you flip these, this corner and this corner and this corner and this corner is going to create an X and an X. And now X and X is 20, and you're into this world. But X and X next to each other is 20 in the first frame and 10 in the next frame. You have creation in frame number 2. A, B, C. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for this precious few moments.